Hello, guys. Hello. Why is it so hard to make friends as an adult? Because when I was in elementary school, from the ages of 5 to 18, 19, I was always surrounded by people, hundreds of people to try to talk to every day, if anything. There was never a time where I wasn't face to face or like in the proximity of another person, at least in my age group, right? But as I got older, I kind of start to see it's like this shit kind of get hard in the sense of you really gotta like put yourself out there, not just someone is gonna see like it's different. Coworkers are not the same as just like an actual friend. At least for me, right? Because in my like work experience, my official like job that I was there for about 2 to 3 years, I was the youngest one in the office. I was 21 to 23, whereas these old heads are anywhere from the ages of 31 all the way up to 68 working in the damn office, and it's like we don't really mesh. It's not really meshing. Like me personally, my hobbies, my interests aren't gonna align with these folks that are 20 to 30 years older than me. Now I understand you could go to like the cafe or join a club or recreational club like the YMCA or pick up ball at the gym, something along those lines to truly meet people around your age. But I feel like once it hits to a certain point of like trying to be friends with somebody versus actually trying like doing too much to try to get a friend or something, and when you get to the point where you're trying to do too much to try to make friends, it's like why am I going this hard to try to talk to people? Oh, my dread is tight shit. Okay, why am I going this hard to try to talk to somebody, right? It's not like you at the club trying to talk to Shawty. Nah, you it's like you're genuinely just trying to meet bro, meet a bro, someone who like you can lock in with. But I feel like as time goes on, you kind of like I was saying, I have a child, I have a kid, so a lot of the people my age they do want to just go out and go to the club and go party and things like that. That's not necessarily my cup of tea or whatnot, but I don't know, and I feel like it's also kind of contradicts myself, I guess, because when I was younger, at like 15, 14, when I lived in the Bronx, I also didn't have friends then either. So maybe I just a person who don't got friends type shit. But when I was that age, I remember going to the park when it was snowing one time. It was snowing in the park, and I was like, well, maybe niggas are like building a snowman or some shit, and they need a carrot. And niggas might need a carrot or some shit. So I would like come with a whole bunch of stuff to build a snowman, and nobody would be there, and I would do that shit every single day during the winter break, especially around Christmas time, because I got a nice new super dry jacket, had the gloves, the scarves, the scarves that like the niggas in Taliban be wearing. That shit was so tough back in the day. But it's just it gets to a point where it's just not even having a friend to not feel lonely. It's just like, bro, who the fuck do I talk to? Like me and my girl, like that's my ride or die at the end of the day. That is my friend. But it comes out to like when you're trying to vent, when you're trying to talk to your problems, you just one person, like she'll understand to the best of her capabilities. Likewise with her coming to me with her issues or problems, things like that. A lot of the times I am her issue and problem, so getting that friendly advice ain't really gonna help. But I feel like that's also why her and I bond is so hard, because it's like we are the only people who like who really gets it type stuff. But she got friends that like it's kind of like she got friends though. I know I'm not like a horrible type of person type shit. I am really like secluded in myself, but also like I like to speak and talk to people. Niggas in school probably be like, um, the popular loner type stereotype shit, but that not necessarily wasn't me, because I was cool with everybody and things like that. And this isn't some peaking in high school. No, it's just the fact that high school and school in general, honestly, gave me the capabilities or opportunities, should I say, to full on like my whole horizon of people to speak to. But nowadays, there's nobody there. There's somebody there, and again, it's not a sad thing. It's not a bad thing. Like, I am really confident and comfortable with myself, and like I said, it isn't just me. It is me and my family. So it's just, it gets harder as time goes on. I feel like, and like I said, being 23 with a whole family, wife, kids, it's not the same as meeting another 23-year-old who it's just, it doesn't co-align. But then again, the only type of people who do co-align are older people. But then yet again, those older folks don't necessarily mesh with the the vibe, I guess, because here I am throwing on Ken Carson, play with Cardi in the mix, and these folks are talking about, oh, that's not real music. Put that real music on. Where's the Jay-Z? Where's the Nas? You don't listen to DMX. I'm sorry, but no. I like the opium shit. I like the two hollis, the noise pollution, and the damn ears. That is what truly gets a nigga cranked up and things like that. Not to, like, be so aggressive about it, but it is genuinely, I feel like, my cup of tea. So it goes back into, why is this so hard? I think to answer that question myself, I feel like, not, and not to say it like that, but not necessarily putting myself out there like that to try to meet like new people, because it's like, why do that? Because at that point, I kind of feel like I'm doing myself a disservice, because it feels fake. It feels like, why take that extra mile to force something to happen, rather it not happening naturally, versus doing it on purpose for you to truly try to, like I said, make a new friendship type shit. But how many new friends are people like making to the day to day? Again, like, meeting your coworkers, be friends with the coworkers, for you might be easy, or stuff like that. But I'm not gonna walk down the street. Well, I mean, I have, but like, walk down the street, be like, yo, bro, like, that shirt go hard type shit, if it's like an anime shirt. But that's as far as the conversation will go. It would be nothing more than just a compliment to fam, and then it just continues about the day. I'm not gonna be like, yo, bro, like, let me see, and like, let me get your Instagram, fam, and then, yo, bro, like, what's a good time to chit chat, or even that. It's like, the friends that you do have, niggas gotta schedule an appointment to hang out 4 weeks in advance, because it is just life as well. It's not only just going out and putting yourself out to meet new people. It's also life just be life in, and shit don't really co in line. So maybe I do want more friends. At the same time, I do feel really comfortable. So, but I do be wanting to talk to people sometimes. I feel like that's why I abuse chat, because, like, chat just understand me. I think it's probably like an issue in my head or something like that, to speak to a robot versus a real person. But I look around and it's like, what real person am I gonna talk to again? So that's pretty much my hot take on, I guess, why is it so hard to make friends as an adult, or at least as a young African American man in his early 20s and things like that. I guess I can join dad groups, so that way I feel more of a, like, connection with the folks, because they understand. But that's also like one category of my life. It's just like, it's so much more than just the things that that is just one part of, or at least like category of my life, I guess, being a parent. But that isn't, I feel bad for the people who make that their life, because it's like, you lived all this time before becoming a parent. Of course, dedicate your time to your kids and stuff like that. I personally can never be a deadbeat, nor could I ever be a person to, like, not be involved in my child's area. That was done to me myself, and I simply can't reciprocate bad energy. When you see those type of things on TikTok and be like, I rebuke that stuff. But again, things happen, not with me, but things happen with other folks. So I'm not sure, because the main topic is like, why it's so hard to make friends as an adult. it just comes back to that. It's just like, oh no, man. It's not like I'm just gonna openly become friends with the opposite gender. Of course, like, be mature and things like that. But it's a headache to happen. Why would I want to put myself in a predicament where I could basically, just put myself in a predicament that I don't want to be in, trying to be friends with the opposite sex gender, because it could like damage your stuff going on with your family. It's not even have to be about insecurities. It 100% just has to be with respect. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. It's why if my girl has a guy friend, first off, never a boy best friend. Kill myself before that. But if why would I just openly, respectfully, comfortably like let my shorty have a male like friend like that? It's no. So the energy has to be reciprocated. If I wouldn't like that from my female, why would my female expect that from me? And it's just like, I don't know. But it gets fun being by myself. I guess it's turned more into like a journal entry, I guess, versus an actual YouTube video. But as I'm speaking these things out loud, I do feel at least a little better. I guess, like I said, it gets lonely being alone sometimes. But I do got my family. They do pick me up at the end of the day. 1 second, vape time. Yeah, I feel like if a person was to come up to me and be like, "Yo, bro, you want to be friends?" I'll be like, "Yeah," but like when it comes out to the hanging out part, it's like, "Oh fuck, my bad, bro. I gotta go do X, Y, and Z. Nah, it's straight, fam. I got you. Let's try next week. Oh, next week, that's not gonna work. I got work. Oh shit, you got work. Well, next week. How about the following week? The following week I'm open. Oh shit, my bad, bro. I'm not open. It's just like been there, done that. Um, the type of friends that like understand and literally try to maneuver through it, those are the real homies. Those are the real folks that like they either ride or die. But even those, it's like you're not really able to talk to them. I got friends who I haven't spoken to in months. Hit them up, be like, "Yo, what's up?" Chit chat it, check in, see how we doing, pretty much, and just keep it pushing. Besides that, it's like, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I've been to like 11 different schools, so maybe that feeling inside where wanting to open up but always feeling like I'm gonna leave regardless, so not really solidifying genuine friendships is kind of fucked with me growing up too, because I also feel like no matter what friendship I do make, I am just going to like, leave. And it's not like it's like anti-abandonment issues, I guess. It's like I don't know what that would be called, because I don't feel like I'm gonna be abandoned, but abandoning a person. But sometimes it's not even like that. Sometimes this shit just flows, like flaw out of the state, flaw state, where it's just like everything you try to do just don't work out, and it's just as time goes on, it just depletes and depletes, depletes, depletes to the point where there's not anybody around no more. But again, it is just not knowing how to make friends, I guess. I feel like at this day and age, any type of friend I would make would probably be, I don't know, if I were to think of like an ideal friend, someone who got the same hobbies as me, I guess, hobbies, which would consist of reading manga, uh, music, of course, as well as I guess that was pretty much it. Creative drive as well. 100% creative drive as well. So this is like right before 4th of July. I really been thinking about making more like yap yap type shit. So I guess be tuned for more.